We live? All right, you got me, Henry McClure live. This goes out to our city council. They actually had a lot to say, but here, city council, Lawrence Bay. The bonds aren't in default. The taxpayers of Shawnee County, Topeka, Kansas, have paid the bills. So why not hold a public hearing, public presentations, let developers come forward? First thing you got to do is file the lawsuit against the guy that hasn't paid the specials. Boom. You got to take away the property from the guy ain't paying. Why is the guy that ain't paying getting priority in doing the next deal? How come the public isn't first in line? We've paid the bills. The taxpayers have paid the bills. Let that guy stand in line. Why do business with a guy that doesn't pay his bills? And why should we elect anybody to city council that has let this go on for so long? And if you guys, and the people are going to have to speak up. They don't listen to me. I go down there. The mayor picks on me, makes fun of me. What a douchebag. He doesn't pick on me, and he's not a douchebag, but, people have called up and said that, Mike, they've said that you haven't treated me well, the way you are. So, it isn't what I think of you. It's the people that aren't as vocal as me. But that's what we're going to have to get you guys to do. You're going to have to call your people and let them know, because until we revolt, we're going to get revolting treatment. It's revolting how, don't get mad at Jimbo, not today. Hey, Fletcher, where are you, buddy? I wouldn't walk around, if I were you, telling people that you advised him not to pay. That'd be like me. I don't think Jimbo would ever want me to be his spokesperson. You know what I mean? And you know something? I could fix Westridge Mall. I know how to talk to people and put them in business. Not some bozo from Dallas. But anyway, Cody Foster doesn't want to have anything to do with me, especially, he doesn't need me. He gets $9.2 million for the AT&T building. Wait till they start giving him money for Westridge. Because it's just around the corner, you guys. Until we start throwing the guys out of office, the hotel buyers. CVA and Sylvia, I think, are the only people with reasonable, they were smart enough. Hey, we ain't buying any hotel. Gotta love those ladies. Hey, but this is what you gotta do. You gotta call the mayor, call the guy with the bow tie, and call Kevin Cook. Call him. Because, the county commissioners ought to be the people out there, they're the level-headed guys. Not really, but I'm just saying that. They ain't got nothing to do. What's Bobblehead doing now that he's not or is he still representing people in municipal court? I don't know. They probably had a better deal with him instead of the going rates. But they had to throw him out. It was important. Hey, that's the one time I think Kevin got a raw deal. But you guys, the bonds aren't in default. The taxpayers have paid the way on Lawrence Bay. And the fact that Susan isn't collecting on them, where's Angus when we need him? So we ought to be, you can look at this video that I did. I'll show it to you. Hell, I just came from California where I saw one of the nicest houses I've ever seen off grid. And Jimbo keeps saying, well, I've got the money in this and I got the money in that. But bullshit. Take the properties away from the guy, start over. The public should have a chance at developing those properties. Don't try to collect on the old specials because that's old money. We're current. The best way to try to get and what I do is, hell, maybe you got to eat the specials on this one, but not for Klossman, not for Jimbo. Hell, march Cody Foster in. You're better off putting $9.5 million into homes out there. Not really. I'm just making a point. You shouldn't be putting $9.5 million into the AT&T building for AIM properties. Isn't that Cody Foster? But you guys, we got to do things differently. The voters, if there's voters watching this show, tell your friends that what's going on down at City Council's wrong. We're run by the Greater Topeka Partnership, the Chamber. And until we change that, take away all the money from the NGOs, you're just going to get more of the same. Topeka's an I told you so town, and I told you so. That's me being smug and glib for the night. Take the properties away from the guy that ain't paying. Hell, he's not in the house business. You know what would be cool, though? What he ought to do is he ought to build, you could build a whole business on putting people in there, turn it into assisted living. He ought to just, if he'd apply his business, what he's good at, where he made all his money. But other than that, let Doltmeyer build them out, or this is how you grow Americans, how you grow opportunities. Let other entrepreneurs and developers have a shot at it. Just quit enabling two guys in this town. Oh, man. That's all right. That's why I'm getting in the art business, baby. Gonna heal myself. Look at this. This is more fun. Look at that. There's energy. And hell, I've made more money on doing deals with mainline printing. That's where the money's at. John's done well in the printing business. I love this holographic stuff. But I just got lectured by Mike how the attention span of people is just, all you got really is a TikTok video. Back to TikTok. I got kicked off for being a Republican. Hey, you want to know how to trigger a Democrat? This is it. You know how you do it? How to trigger a Democrat. Just start talking about how much you like Bobby Kennedy Jr. Talk about what a great guy he is. Or talk about Elon Musk and Tesla. Look at them. They're out there. The left are violent, evil, mean people. They're going to destroy his Teslas because that's what they're made of. That's what those people are made of, the left. They're going to tear down a guy right now that's saving people in outer space because he has a different point of view. Look what he did with X. He fired, 6,500 people overnight that are out there deciding what should be said and not said. And he's running it, with 1,500? 6,500 people gone, running it on 1,500. Why not do that with the government? I really think if we doged Topeka and the city, what would we really end up? I want to doge the NGOs. I mean, we should have somebody. Well, number one, we shouldn't even have a downtown Topeka. Why is downtown Topeka more important than Wanamaker or White Lakes or Highway 24? We can't do that. We shouldn't have a downtown Topeka. Let the merchants of downtown Topeka band together and create their own downtown Topeka on their own nickel. Let them join the chamber and let the chamber pay, but the taxpayers shouldn't pay for downtown Topeka. Nope, it's over. The taxpayers shouldn't pay for Molly Howie to dole out money like the United Way. It's over. Stop it. You can't enable tax collection and selective tax collection and the specials. What we're talking about is the specials. And here's what we're not talking about is Gene Yanni was partners with Klossman in other deals. You know, Jimbo was a nice guy. Once everybody ran Gene out of town, I think he helped Gene. I don't think Gene Yanni would have a bad thing to say about Jimbo, telling you the truth. I don't. I don't have anything bad to say about him. You know, I'll say the dust, the dust that I had to inhale off of Wheatfield. You know what? I just didn't go up and talk to Jim personally. Hell, he's got a building across the alley or across the parking lot from me. I called him up one day and complained, and it was fixed within the hour. You just don't know how to make a deal with him. And I'm talking now to the city council people. You don't know how to make a deal with him. You don't know how to deal with a guy like that. There's a way to deal with him, and it ain't. There's a way to make an up and up deal with him. But you've got to come from a position of strength. First, you got to take away the properties from him. You got to do it. You got to file the lawsuit, and then he'll give you back the properties before you have to go to court and spend any legal fees. But you can't come from a position of weakness, and you guys don't know how to do it. That's like sending Karen Hiller in to negotiate with Trump. He'd go, hey, mister, you got to leave. Go back to the Bark Park. I don't care who you are. That's funny. And somebody's better come forward. We got one. And even though Sylvia didn't vote for the hotel, it's just time for her to retire. Go off into the good night. She hates me because I want to speak up and tell my piece. And, you know, it's just time for her to go away. But we got to bring somebody in for 1, 3, 5. I think we got 7 covered, right? That's Earl McIntosh and his 5,400 people. Look, you guys, if you want to run for office, you got to go talk to Earl McIntosh. He's much more level-headed. He's a Marine. He's a stable fella. You know, he's a good businessman. Put his money where his mouth is on this lawsuit. But 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are all up. And we got to get people to go in there and do things different. If you vote it in that Ryan Duncan or Spencer Duncan, he can't be our mayor. We got to have somebody more come forward. You know, we got to get the Citizens Commission going. We've got to get the Planning Commission going. We got to get going. All right. I got a big meeting in the morning. I ought to get some rest. If nobody's told you they love you today, I love you, in spite of my attitude. Man, my day was great. Went to Legends, breakfast with the Batleon. It's a good day. Man, if you weren't on the phone call earlier with Mike Siegel, oh man, he's great. That's it. Sayonara. Signing off. I do love you. Sweet dreams. You know the saying about not letting the bed bugs bite? That'd be terrible to have bed bugs in your house. You couldn't sleep.